Hello students, Unit 3 Magnetism and Magnetic Effect of Electric Current. Here in this video we will see how to find the magnetic field at a point along the equatorial line due to a bar magnet. In our previous video we found the magnetic field at a point due to a bar magnet at its axial line. Okay, here we find the magnetic field due to a bar magnet in its equatorial line. Here I consider a bar magnet having the poles S and N are the south pole and north pole of that bar magnet. The two poles having the same position, that is QM. These two poles are separated by distance 2L. It is a magnetic length. Here in order to find the magnetic field at an equatorial line, so I consider a point C in an equatorial line. Equatorial means 90 degree. Okay. Here I consider a point C at a distance R from a geometrical center. Okay. Then I put a unit north pole of pole strength QM is equal to 1 ampere meter. It is a unit north pole placing at point C in order to find the magnetic field at the point C. Okay. After placing the unit north pole, then this north pole will repel this north pole. Then attaining a force Fs, it moves in this direction. Okay. Then here south pole is there. The south pole attract this north pole. Then it attain a force towards this direction. Okay. See, this force can be written as Fn vector. Here it is Fs vector. Here this Fn and Fs are in xy plane, so it can be split up into horizontal and vertical component. Okay. Here I draw a line that is parallel to the magnet. Okay. Then this is theta. This is also theta. Then we know the angle between the parallel lines are same. Okay. Then this also theta. We need to know this length, so I am applying Pythagoras theorem here. Okay. This length is L. This length is also L. By applying Pythagoras theorem, we get R dash is equal to, that is L square plus R square power 1 by 2. Okay. This also R dash. This distance also R dash. Okay. Here by using a free body diagram at the point C, I am finding the net force acting on a test pole at C. Okay. See, it is that line. Then it is Fn vector. Then it is Fs vector. Okay. See, it is split up into vertical and horizontal component because they are in xy plane. Okay. See, it is a angle theta, it also angle theta. If suppose in order to find the force of this line, then we can calculate cos theta. We know cos theta is equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse. Then we get the value Fn cos theta. Okay. It is on negative x-axis, so I put minus I cap. Okay. Then next, to find the vertical component, okay, then sin theta. Sin theta is equal to opposite side by hypotenuse. Okay. Then we get this vertical component as Fn sin theta j cap, because it is in positive y-axis. Okay. Then next, for Fs, okay, this also in xy plane, we can write this one as Fs sin theta, but it is on negative x-axis. Negative x-axis, so minus j cap. Then here it's split as minus Fs cos theta I cap. Okay. Now we will write the force of repulsion between the north pole of the bar magnet and the north pole at the point C. Okay, let me write. By using Coulomb inverse square law, we can write force of repulsion between north pole of bar magnet and north pole of unit north pole at C. Okay, we can write it as Fn vector is equal to, first of all, Fn sin theta j cap, this one. Okay, then next this one minus Fn cos theta I cap. Okay, then next we know very well the magnitude of that force is Fn is equal to mu naught by 4 pi, then the value is Qm, here it is 1, so leave that, then divided by the distance is r dash square. Okay, r dash square. Then we find the force of attraction between the south pole of the bar magnet and north pole of the point C. Okay, then the force of attraction between south pole of bar magnet and unit north pole. Okay, at C, that is Fs vector, that is equal to, we know Fs vector can be written as, here it is minus Fs sin theta minus Fs sin theta j cap, here it is minus Fs cos theta I cap. Okay, then here the magnitude of that attractive force is equal to mu naught by 4 pi, then Qm, then the distance is r dash square. Okay, sorry, it is a magnitude, no need to write a vector. Okay, then net force can be written as, net force is equal to, that is F vector is equal to Fn vector plus Fs vector. Okay, we know the value of Fn vector and Fs vector very well. Here we are not going to find the force, here the question is to find the magnetic field at the point. Okay, we know very well magnetic field is a force experienced by the unit poles. Okay, then the value of that unit north pole at the point C is 1 ampere meter, then magnetic field is equal to that force. Okay, because Qm is equal to 1 ampere meter. Okay, then we can write the force as, the force as magnetic field, then the total magnetic field is equal to Fn vector plus Fs vector. Okay, then magnetic field B vector is equal to, we know the value of Fn vector, that is Fn sin theta j cap minus Fn cos theta I cap. Okay, then the Fs vector plus, that is Fs sin theta minus j cap. Okay, then minus j cap, then that one is minus Fs cos theta I cap. Okay, we know very well the magnitude of both attractive and repulsive force are same, so here we consider Fn is equal to Fs. Okay, substitute in the above equation, then B vector is equal to Fn sin theta j cap minus Fs cos theta I cap, here Fs became Fn, minus Fn sin theta j cap, then minus Fs cos theta, Fn cos theta I cap. Okay, here these two terms will be cancelled because they are equal and opposite. Then the net magnetic field is equal to, sorry, this is Fn. Okay, then the net magnetic field is equal to minus 2 Fn cos theta I cap. Okay, see, we know the value Fn is equal to mu naught by 4 pi then Qm by r dash square. Okay, we know this value. Then cos theta, we can find cos theta. Cos theta is equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse. Okay, cos theta is equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse. Adjacent side is L, hypotenuse is r dash. Okay, then we can write adjacent side, that is L by hypotenuse. Okay, L by hypotenuse r square plus L square power 1 by 2. Okay, here we will apply this term in the above equation. Then magnetic field B vector is equal to minus 2, okay, into Fn became mu naught by 4 pi Qm by r dash square. That r dash square we know very well. R dash is equal to L square plus r square power 1 by 2. Then square on this, then the 2 cancel, it became L square plus r square. Okay, then the r dash square became r square plus L square. Okay, then cos theta became L by r square plus L square power 1 by 2. Then it is a unit vector I cap. Okay, here we know magnetic dipole moment is equal to product of pole strength and magnetic length. Okay, here we can write 2 Qm and L as Pm. Then magnetic field B vector is equal to minus mu naught by 4 pi. Then this values became Pm by r square plus L square. Here 1, adding this we get 3 by 2 I cap. Okay, if suppose the point C is far away from the center of the bar magnet, then we consider R is greater than L. So L is neglected. Okay, then this above expression became B vector is equal to minus mu naught by 4 pi then Pm by r square power 3 by 2. Okay, then I cap, again solve it. Then B vector is equal to minus mu naught by 4 pi Pm by r cube I cap. Okay, we know very well a unit vector is a vector divided by its own magnitude. Okay, then Pm into I cap can be written as Pm vector. That is Pm vector. Then magnetic field B vector is equal to minus mu naught by 4 pi then Pm vector by r cube. Here the magnetic field at the point C, due to this equatorial line, at an equatorial line, due to a bar magnet, is in the direction opposite to the direction of the magnetic dipole moment. Okay, that's why here we are representing this minus sign. Okay, this is equatorial. Okay, always the magnetic field due to a axial line is equal and opposite to 2 times of magnetic field due to a equatorial line. Okay,